So we were doing financial statements. Until now, we have learned how to prepare trading account and how to calculate gross profit, cost of goods sold, net purchase, net sales, how to find out different values with different informations given in different manners. That all we have learned till now. And I hope you don't have any query regarding that. Okay. But still, I will request all of you that please, whatever we are discussing on daily basis, try to complete that topic on that very day. It will give you maximum output, because that day you will remember all the concepts, all the tips which I am giving. The next day, there are chances that you will forget some part of the content. Okay, now the next topic is profit and loss account. So after trading account, we will prepare profit and loss account, and it always starts with gross profit or gross loss. Can you tell me in which account we were calculating gross profit and gross loss? How we will come to know about gross profit and gross loss? Because we have to start profit and loss account from gross profit. So for the starting of gross profit, we should be knowing how I will get gross profit, from where I will get the gross profit. Yes, very good, very good, very good. This is also a way to know the gross profit, that I will apply the formula of gross profit, net sales minus cost of goods sold. But I am asking, with the help of which account you will be able to calculate your gross profit? Which account will give your gross profit? That is my question. So we will come to know about the gross profit and gross loss with the help of trading account. And what we write in trading account? We write direct expenses in the trading account. All indirect expenses are recorded in profit and loss account. All indirect expenses are written in profit and loss account. Means the expenses which are not clearly associated with the goods produced or purchased. The cost which cannot be directly allocated to the goods produced or purchased, that are known as indirect expenses. And these type of expenses are always recorded in profit and loss account. Now, what are the types of indirect expenses? First type is office and administrative expenses. Office and administrative expenses. Then second one is selling and distribution expenses. Means the expenditure which you are doing in selling the goods, like advertisement you are doing for selling the goods, different media of advertisements you are adopting, or you are giving some commission for selling your goods, you are giving some discounts in selling your goods. That is known as selling expenses. Or distribution, like carriage outward. If you are distributing the goods to your customers, that cost will also be called indirect expense. Now, profit and loss account is a nominal account. Trading account is also a nominal account because all the expenses and incomes are written there. Similarly, profit and loss account is also a nominal account. All the expenses and incomes are written here. What is the format of profit and loss account? So, like trading account, you will write profit and loss account, debit, credit, and in between you will write for the year ending, on which date, for which year you are preparing profit and loss account, that you have to clearly mention. If the question has given you date, you will write a date here. If the question has not mentioned the date, then you will leave it blank, but you have to write it for the year ending. Then now coming to the particulars, see, as we have discussed that your profit and loss will start from gross profit or gross loss, as the case may be. Now one question I want to ask, if I show you trading account, that this is the gross profit which we have calculated. Which type of balance it is? Debit balance or credit balance? In the trading account, we have calculated the gross profit on the debit side. Is it debit balance or credit balance? Okay. Those who will answer, they will surely learn something. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, okay. That's why I say that please respond in the class, because only when you will be responding in the class, then you will be in a situation to learn something. Otherwise, I will keep on speaking and you will not be able to learn the things. When you will make mistakes, then you are learning fast. Now, listen me carefully. Gross profit is coming on the debit side. How I have calculated this gross profit? Just think over the process. I am summarizing the process. You have first make this total, and this is credit side. Then afterwards, what happened? You have written this total on the debit side. You have written this total on the debit side. And after writing this total here, you have subtracted these all amounts. You have subtracted these all amounts from the total of 27 lakh. Then afterwards, you got this gross profit. So how I got this gross profit? Can I say it that from this 27 lakh, I have subtracted these all amounts, means from income I have deducted my expenses, then I got the gross profit. And if we talk in a simple sense, when my income will be greater than my expense, then I will get a profit. When my income is greater than my expense, only then I will be getting profit. So it is a credit balance. If we do -4 plus 3, you will get -1. So whichever symbol is greater, the balance come accordingly. So same is the case with here also. So these are the general mistakes which students never catch up. And when we don't know about the balances, that's why we generally do the mistakes. That's why I always focus on what type of balance an account has. Always ask this question. Always ask this question. So it is a credit balance. So now, when it is a credit balance, it will go to the credit side of profit and loss account. That's why you will find gross profit here. Now I hope you are clear why I have written gross profit here. Why I have written gross profit here? Now it should be clear to all of you. Otherwise, it will remain always confusion in your mind. Same is the case with gross loss also. Gross loss in trading account will be calculated on the credit side, but because of what? Because my expenses are greater than my income, means debit balance is greater than credit balance. That's why gross loss has a debit balance, and that's why gross loss has come on this side. So there will be one out of these two, obviously, practically. Either you will be having gross profit or you will be having gross loss. So if you are having gross profit, then it will be written on the credit side. And if you are having gross loss, then it will be written on the debit side. Now see the list of expenses. First, we are discussing the office and administration expenses. salaries you are paying to your employees, salaries and wages. So salaries and wages is just similar to wages and salaries we have discussed in trading account. Means wages are having very nominal value. That's why we have not kept a separate account for wages. We have merged the wages with salaries only. But salaries and wages means that major part of the amount is of salaries. So that's why due to the majority rule, it becomes an indirect expense. Maybe the wages nominal, but even then they are direct, but they have been combined with salaries. So that's why, because the major amount is of indirect expense, it becomes of indirect expense nature. And that's why it is written in profit and loss account. If we reverse it, then the wages become major part and it goes to trading account. I hope it is clear. Rent rates and taxes. So rent, you all know, if we have hired any property for our business, for our godown, or for any other business purpose, then we will be paying rent. Taxes, you all know, whatever the amount of taxes you are paying to the government. And then rates. Rates are also type of taxes. Rates are also type of taxes. Printing and stationery. So you might be getting your bill book printed, your advertisements printed. You will be using pens, scale, registers, many types of accounting books in your business. So these are all stationery. So this expense will be also in that expense. Postage, the medium of communication is through postal department or couriers. So it is called postage. Lighting, obviously electricity you will be using. Insurance premium, so whatever insurances you have taken for your business. Now the responses have stopped. Keep responding that yes sir, it's clear. If any account is not clear, let me know that. Telephone charges, simply understandable. Legal charges, if you have incurred any fees, if you have paid any fees to the lawyers or any other legal charges you have paid in any legal proceedings, that will be written here. Audit fees, what is audit fees? Chartered accountants have to check your accounts before submitting your accounts or your income particulars in the income tax department. You have to get your accounts thoroughly checked by a chartered accountant. You have to obtain a report from a chartered accountant. So now what chartered accountant will do? First, he will check your accounts. The process of checking your accounts, whether you have recorded each and every transaction properly, you have not missed any transaction, there are no errors in your accounting, that all will be checked thoroughly. That whole process is technically called audit. That whole process of checking your accounts is technically called audit. So now meaning of audit is clear, and I hope simultaneously role of chartered accountant is also clear, which is a bright and topmost career for commerce students. So chartered accountant will also charge you fees. So that fees is known as audit fees. Traveling expenses, in business you have to travel a lot. Establishment expenses, whatever the expenses you are doing for your office or for your godowns or for your business. General expenses, other expenses are there. If some like expenses are there. Selling and distribution expenses, carriage outward or carriage on sales. If you are selling goods to a customer and you are also delivering them, then it will be called carriage on sales. Then advertisement, commission, brokerage, these are the mediums which will help you. So it is quite possible that some of your debtors don't pay you money back. So bad debts is also a type of selling expense. It is a loss. Export duty. At the time of trading account, I told you about import duty and custom duty. So because export duty is paid on exports. Exports means you are selling goods to some other person in some other country. So that's why it is also a selling expense. Packing charges, then delivery van expenses. Delivery van has to be fueled properly, repair maintenance of delivery van. These all will be your indirect expense. Then other expenses, miscellaneous means other expenses. Discount allowed. you are allowing discount to your customers. Repairs, repair of building, repair of machinery, repair of various fixed assets, depreciation on various fixed assets, interest you are paying on loan. Bank will be charging you some charges for their services known as bank charges. Entertainment expenses, if you are entertaining your customers, offering some eatables or some gifts. Conveyance expenses, like traveling in local is called conveyance. Then donation and charity or loss on sale of fixed assets. These all will be having debit balance. These all are your expenses and losses, and that's why it has been written on the debit side. So I hope debit side is clear. Now coming to the credit side, rent from tenant. So if you are taking rent, it is your income. If you are receiving the discount from your suppliers, it is your income. Commission you are receiving, or any interest you are receiving on any FD or any other investment. Dividend you are receiving on shares, or some bad debts were there earlier. Now you are recovering them. Now the person is paying you money back. That is known as bad debts recovered. Profit on sale of assets, or income from other sources, or any other income you can say. So these are the incomes which a business can have. So now I hope debit and credit side is clear. And if your income is greater, you will get the net profit. Otherwise, if your expenses are greater, again you will get net loss. Conveyance is local traveling. Conveyance is local traveling within the city. Traveling means out of the station. So now in the next class, we will do numerical. Net loss, net profit, we will discuss there.